and we have a conversation about fixing my car because the Uber fees it would be easier than Uber fees. So I'm like, oh, okay, so no friends are transporting you. So you really getting a taste of what it's like if ain't nobody gonna take you everywhere.
Hello, yes, this is your girl, Queen of Commentary, and we're back with another video of So Shanel. So, you know what I need you guys to do? Thumbs up the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave a comment below. So this video is about when Shanel's daughter, oldest daughter, ran away. I'm sure all of you social know people know her name and all, okay? And she ran away, and the only reason why, she kept in contact with her really is because of her car. Yeah, she couldn't afford to get that car fixed, all right? And this really threw Shanel for a loop for about a good 2-3 months. Oh my gosh. So yeah, let's get into it, and let me know you guys' thoughts. I'm gonna actually come in and out of the video, so here we go.
Or if you ain't willing to ask. So we go from save me from Uber fees to, hey, it's your car, you can get it whenever you want, to, like, can't you just pay for it and I just pay you back? Like, you dangle a conversation in front of my face over a lunch hour at a job that I don't know what is or not. You dangle a conversation like a carrot over me to get me to fix a car, just to say, no, can't you just say yes right now? This is the crazy part. The car got a whole protection plan on it. We told her to take the car and get it checked out. It could have been something covered. But she raced out before she did that. So she could have, if she had been thinking, she could have gotten her car fixed and then had this life crisis. I did, Stephanie. I turned the phone off at first. When I realized what was going on, and I gave it a couple of days, I was like, "Oh, I'm not gonna be blocked from something that's mine." I don't know what she got herself into, so I turned it back on because my heart, quite frankly, couldn't take it. But to me, I'm like, so now you want to talk to me about fixing your car, and that's on the table. I'm open to hear what she had to say, but she could only say it on whatever the lunch break was, and that's it. So you're not willing to talk to me no other time but the time you got to be like, well, I can't talk no later than that. Like, it's not 24 more hours in a day. So trying to limit how you can talk to me and when I can talk to you to make me do it just didn't make no sense. Do you think she didn't want you to be upset or hold her back? I don't know. I've thought so many different things that I can't even really determine what to think anymore. I don't know. I did put it out there that if she needs me, I was going to be there. Needs me. Far as I understand, she got a job. She have access to Uber. She's doing great. Needs me. This is where we go back to the interpretation thing that the other lady said. If you need me, doesn't mean if you need me to make it easier for you. If you need me means if you need me, you're in a bad way, I'm going to be there. If something is happening, I will help you. It doesn't mean, if you run into a jam, you can keep this fight going, but call me to pay for something and I'll do that. No, it don't mean that. You can't. Need somebody don't mean you just, it's all kind of like, we get into an area of communication. I'm not going to just say, hey, if you need me, yeah, I do, pay for my car. I didn't have no problem fixing that car. I don't have no problem with her being here. I don't have no problem with her finding herself. I don't have no problem with nothing that she doing, except for how she's doing it. I ain't tried to block her from nothing. I ain't tried to block her from a job. I ain't tried to block her from school. I ain't tried to block her from the rewards ain't there no more. She was earning. We weren't just blessing Lauren because she was cute.
Okay, so I'm here to say things that you guys are thinking. Number one, I don't think she turned her daughter's phone off. Why would you do that if she ran away? That makes absolutely no sense. The second thing is, I just frankly feel that she probably couldn't afford it or didn't want to spend that type of money, because right before this, if I'm not mistaken, she had just bought a Jeep, a big Jeep. If you followed So, you know you were right there. She and her husband got in the Jeep, and they had the doors off, and the phone flew out the window. It was funny. But anywho, she's just a big spender. And so when you do that around your children, they expect the same. You know, and she's always
Lauren was pulling her weight,
guys.
But
let's continue.
Now she just this ain't no I said if you need me I will help you, and now I'm reneging. This is if you need me. Yes, this is not a need. This is I don't want to pay for Uber. So
what does she mean if her daughter needs her? Obviously, she needs her mother, but she doesn't need you necessarily monetary. She needed her to be a support system and train her in a way that she would go, but that didn't happen because Shanel is always kind of under the influence, if you will. Okay, that's how she showed us. That's what she showed us on camera. She was always never into her children. The only time she's into her children is if she is fighting with her husband.
Here go the life hack.
Now I'm being petty. Now, this woman has a big, beautiful home, 5 dogs, whatever, and her daughter has to have a life hack to squeeze all of the toothpaste out of, and she couldn't even buy a toothpaste squeezer upper. I don't know what it's called. Where's her priorities? You got all these cars, but y'all don't have toothpaste? This is why most of the time she goes live and she says, y'all, I just didn't even brush my teeth this morning. No, I just didn't have time. I had to come to the store. Oh, yeah.
Entire life. she just loved her whole life. I came up here in her room and her keys was right.
Now, one thing I know is there is a reason for everything. Anytime a teenager leaves with no source of income, nowhere to go, no car, oh yeah, something happened. And that's one thing that Miss Shanel is not being fully transparent on. She's telling you one side, but she's not telling you what she did to cause this child to leave her home and have her room in such a disarray.
Nobody. Her family member. I don't have to deal with family members. I'm not going to let nobody. Her viewers, followers. I'm not going to let nobody make me feel like I'm doing something wrong, because I am. I'm here to help. I'm here if she need me. I'm tired of paying Uber fees, and I'm not willing to ask people to give me a ride. That's not, I'm not, that means she need to have a certain amount set aside for Uber, have a certain amount set aside to save, and then when she get that amount done to fixing the car, she can find out what cost to fix it. That's just, and there you go, right there, sitting there like a memorial. It's just sitting there. It's just sitting there. It's sitting there because I don't see any purpose in. I don't see any. I don't. You know, and it's not making anybody a fan of mine in my household. You know what I'm saying? But she do need me. She need me. I need her, Bianca. But the point is, if this is what she want to do, this is what she want to do. I'm not going to let somebody make me go crawling back to my child who took off to do this on her own. Like, she took off to do it. It's not, y'all can just be mad at me, bro. I don't give. She called me with a solid need. I'm do whatever you want to do. The car is hers. If she say she want the car, we gonna transfer the car to her. What she don't understand is, and what some people just can flat out are forgetting, and it's probably somebody that just count my pockets or something, but what people flat out forgetting is, I bought that car for her. The only reason the car isn't in her possession is because clearly something need to be done to the car. It could be something simple. It could be started. It could be something simple. It could be something, but it's gonna cost. she could get it fixed. If she wanted me to get it fixed, we have to come to some kind of arrangement. Now, whatever happens with it, the plan was, and she knew it. Maybe she don't understand it, but the plan was that she was supposed to be going back to school and supposed to be going in the off-campus apartment and supposed to be having a job, and we were going to turn the car over to her, like put the title and stuff in her name, which was going to have to be very understood by her, because then we knew she would be in a position where she could do title. That we can't control her forever. If she 18 and she legally can do these things, she have to learn, if she doing, the consequences that come with it, right? So she was supposed to be going back to school, taking the car. We were going to put the car in her name, because I paid the car off. I paid on the car long enough to have the account activity that I wanted on T-Credit Report. We understand, but we told her, once you put the car in your name, that means you now have to pay the tag, the title every month, for the tag and registration every year. And then also the insurance. That was like transitioning her over to, instead of just dropping the reins, just, letting her, giving her, stepping back and letting her take in pieces of adulting a step at a time. But she wanted to bite the whole, she wanted to stuff the whole burger in her mouth. That's what she did. For us, it was go back to school. Now you're going to experience the off-campus living. We'll put the car in your name. You have to have the insurance in your name. And we were going to be paying, as long as she was in school, the bulk of her, like the rent. That was going to be the biggest thing, just to let her get acclimated to it. She just did this, man. It's like, yo. I had her on my card, so it was already impacting her credit. I had on like one of my oldest cards. We was going to give her the car. So now, look it. She's hanging on something that I said, and I know, because I said don't take nothing, don't move none of these cards. That's mine.
Ooh, she talked so much I couldn't come in to get any words in, so I had to sneak in here. Now, y'all listening, right? She's saying that she was going to put the car in Lauren's name, and she don't even have a darn job to even compensate for that. So why would you do that? Just like in her story, she said her mom got her repossessed. It's like you trying to recreate your own bad choices through your daughter. You don't give nobody no car in their name and they don't have the money, darling. So, she sounds real like
because that's because she wanted to just drive the Jag whenever she wanted to, because her car wasn't working. But even with her car working, she just wanted to drive the Jag because she said her car was immature.
What did she say? Did she say Jag? An 18-year-old with a Jag? Why does she even have the voice to even tell her mother what she want to drive? When I was her age, I was still on the bus. So I hope she making this story up. I hope she exaggerating, because she making her child look real bad. It's like she makes everybody else look bad when she's the ringleader. That's just my opinion, though. And don't y'all be coming for me and all that, because it's not welcomed on this page. We keep it real on this page. But somebody.
So now she want me to fix this immature car. Say shit with no conversation. With no conversation. She want me to fix this immature car. Look at this car. It's so immature that old white ladies ride with money. Like, that's so immature. Excuse you.
Now, this girl fibs so much that she thinks that she can get over on her viewers. That noise was a snore. She trying to act. She's so dramatic. Ain't nobody thinking it's that. That dog is snoring because back in the day, she used to give them all human food. Made big lives about it. Them dogs are nothing but 3 years old, and they look like they 10 because she took her own anxieties and put it in them dogs. Them dogs can't even stay up while she's filming. They snoring.
That was Marco, 100%. I promise you, I would not let one just... And that is life. So I'm like, I told her, don't move her, and left. She left the car, she left the house, she left the folks, she left her clothes, she left everything. So now we storing her while she in this juxtaposition. It's crazy. I left my mama's house with nothing there but the furniture that she paid. I left with all my stuff. Because I had a job and a car. And when I left, I had a place I was going to. So when people are like, reach out and all of this, I'm like, reach out to what? The person who reaches out to me to tell me I can only talk to her basically on her lunch? What's the immature car? Apparently one that'll get you from point A to point B. So the immature car was when me and Teef had got our truck repossessed and had to go and ask his mama, could we have her Camry that didn't have no hubcaps on half the tires. One of the windows wouldn't roll up or down. And we had it through a couple of summers and winter. Drove it to the club. It had a missing gas cap. It wasn't painted. It was basically like going to a junkyard and getting a car. His mama sold it to us for $1, and we had to go to the tag place with our good job. Had yard at Austin. I worked at the post office. We had just got a nice SUV repossessed, and now we are at the tag office getting a ran over Camry, 1995 Camry. It was all of 2011. That was the car we had, and we got married. That was an immature car. You know why I was immature? Because we lost the car and had to get that. That was an immature car. That's immature. And I'm like, it's grown ass women bosses with boutiques and brands and old pink car with teddy bears on it. Is that immature? No, they bank. They paying for. So it just didn't make sense to me. It didn't make no sense. So because the car was in y'all name and you said don't move none of your ish, she said, okay, watch this. But now she needs an immature car, but they want to pay for it to get it fixed. Well, I can't say you had it pretty much right till you said she don't want to pay for it. I can't say she don't want to pay for it. I have to say that she recognized she don't have the finance to pay for it. She did offer to, she want to pay me back in installments. But the thing is, we don't know what it costs. If that car costs $1,300 to fix, that car, these type of cars, let's talk about how immature it is. In Mini Cooper, the parts on they like Mercedes, it's ridiculous. So it could literally cost, it could cost $600. It could cost $3,000. We don't know. Ain't nobody had it checked. Teef was gonna get it checked, and then she had this little fit, and he told her, "You get it checked in." Some little dude, I almost called him some young man, pulled up in my yard. I'm talking about pulled up in my driveway to my front door, like pulled up where we park at, and popped the hood, and they was standing out there looking at it. We on the ring just looking at them. We on the camera just looking right at them, right? I didn't even bother to turn the speaker on because I didn't want my feelings to be hurt. We on the ring looking at him. He just out there looking at it. The Teef was like, it ain't got a goddamn thing to do. We died laughing. We on the, and we told her happened in Birmingham. She could get it towed for free. Like, we got the whole package. You could get it towed. All she had to do, we told her.